Good morning. You are joining this reading in progress. I had a little technical difficulty. It's the 12th of September of 2020, and Jupiter goes direct today. And so I'm going to pull 5 cards, just, I don't know, to give us a little guidance in terms of what's on the horizon. And as Jupiter goes direct today at 7:41 p.m. Central Time, yay, that will leave us with only 7 planets left in retrograde. Saturn is up next to turn direct, and that's on the 29th of September. And then Pluto turns direct on the 4th of October. All of our big planets in Capricorn. So we want to be mindful of that Capricorn energy and remember that the energies that are being activated now, we've been kind of held in place as these big planets have been in retrograde motion, right? Retrograde is just a geocentric trick of illusion. It's not real. Planets never move backwards. They just appear that way from our limited point of perspective here on Earth. And so what those are in terms of energy is an opportunity for us to slow down along with that planetary motion and reassess, reevaluate, kind of take stock of what has been. And then when that energy turns direct, we are confident in our forward motion, right? And so Jupiter, being the planet of expansion, of blessing, of bigness, and just general goodness, turning first, I think, really sets a great tone. Next, Saturn in the end of September. That's about boundaries and restrictions. We'll talk a little bit more about that one. And then Pluto in the beginning of October. So by the beginning of October, these 3 big boys will be in direct motion, which is really critical for the way things are going to unfold for the end of 2020. Such an exciting year it's been. Thank you. I'm going to pull 2 more. I don't know. I'm feeling 5. I was feeling 3, but 5 seems right now. So I do want to say that coming up in October, we have Mercury Retrograde. Our exciting 3 weeks of Mercury Retrograde begins on the 13th of October, and it will go through the 3rd of November, which for the U.S. and any global citizens who are paying attention is also election day. I will say the last time we had an election that was touched by a Mercury retrograde was 2020, which is the Hanging Chad election. Woo, y'all, this is awesome. Anyway, but that one was in the middle of the retrograde. This is happens to be on the day. Wow, that's a whole lot of something going on there. Happens to be on the day that Mercury goes direct. So we're going to hold space for that motion to run things and not be quite as influential in that Mercury retrograde way as it was in 2000, right? We're going to just hold space for the forward motion, especially when it comes to Mercury, which is all about communication and electronics, right? So Jupiter, which is our point today, we have a 20-degree Virgo sun, and Jupiter's trining that. So we are being blessed, right? It's a beautiful aspect in terms of as we turn forward, right? We're able to utilize this blessing in our daily life, in our selfness, which is a really, really beautiful thing. We're also positively aspecting Neptune, which gives us that kind of deeper, mysterious meaning. It gives us that connection. Felt like an upside down. We'll see. Yep, I see it now. Okay. Well, talking about Neptune, that's how it works. Wow. So, anyway, Jupiter and Neptune together. Pay attention. Like, be aware of what is coming in and what is coming up. Allow that shadow period to give you a little bit of time, right? We've been doing a lot of deep diving. So as these planets begin to come out of retrograde, just be clear on what you have learned and what has come up for you, so that as you move forward, you're not moving forward under illusion, right? We don't really want to do that. We want to be clear as we move forward. So pay attention. And also, Jupiter is opposing a Cancer moon, well, right now, today. So pay attention to all the ways that your emotions might be amplified. Because while Jupiter is a benefic and all about the good, Jupiter can also overextend himself. So make sure that you're paying attention and knowing exactly what it is that you're feeling. You've been doing that work, so you know. Just don't jump the gun, as the case may be, even though you'll want to, because that's Jupiter energy, right? It's that fullness. It's that promise of fulfillment. So just pay attention to all the insights and wisdom that the last period of this retrograde, with all of these retrograde planets, has brought you. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alrighty then. So let's see what we got. We have the Six of Wands, which is victory, right? And the Emperor, which is all about structure, authority, order, right? He's the King of Kings. So he represents knowing what to do with all of the energies. He is more of an observer, right? The queens are all about the fullness. He is about the observance of, right? So the Six of Wands is the card of victory. Hey, yay, we're happy. We're happy that Jupiter is going direct. We have survived. What are we going to do about it? We've gained wisdom. What are we going to do? Well, so we have Justice. And then we have the Eight of Wands, or the Eight of Swords, I'm so sorry. So Justice is about balance. It's the card of Libra. We're approaching Libra season, right? And so this is balance and harmony and witnessing all perspectives, right? Which we've done, right? We've got this perspective thing down. Eight of Wands is about being bound by them, right? This is a beautiful blind justice here. But the key is she has no idea that she's not free, right? She's bound, but she's also blindfolded. So she's not in true witness to her own freedom. The swords are an illusion. Remember what we talked about Neptune? They're an illusion. Her captivity is an illusion. It's in her own mind. The castle, the promise, it's right there. She's just not freeing herself. There's nothing holding her back from her own harmony, from her own balance, from justice, except herself. As retrograde comes out, let's pay attention. 8 planets that have been in retrograde, 8 of Swords, right? Every one of those swords, we have to get rid of them. And next we have the Queen of Swords, right? She's all about ideas. That sword is all about freeing ourselves from illusions, right? She's all about ideas, the expression of ideas, about putting to use what you have learned, using that sword to cut away anything that does not work. She's seated on the throne of divine wisdom and transformation. You know, what more perfect symbols for this beautiful Capricorn energy of Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto. She's also the Libra card here. And then we have the Page. This is that youthful, energetic willingness to do the work, right? So it's about not only knowing what to do, but doing it, cutting away those things which do not serve, expressing your ideas, all of the wisdom that you've gained through this retrograde period, anything that you have that's holding you back, cut it away. Put it into practice, put it into use. Fearless, right? Strong and fearless. Oh, what better card could we have to end a Jupiter retrograde than the World? This is completion. This is cycles. This is integration of learning. This is the honoring of the path, right? It's the releasing of what is no longer serving and the inception of that newness. The moon can indicate things that are hidden. The moon can also indicate using your intuition and knowing in your heart what this path is, right? We've done the work. We've intuited. We've gotten rid of our blocks. We're ready to take action. This is about knowing what to do based on having walked through the gauntlet of knowing your own desire, your own heart, of having brought to light what has been hidden. Right? Good stuff. So again, we have the Eight of Swords. So this is just an amplification of this concept that we create our own boundaries. We create our own restrictions. Again, we have 8 planets that are in retrograde right now. She can free herself. All she has to do is recognize that the bondage is her own bondage, right? She's straddling this water. Her emotions, she knows what she feels. She's just afraid to take off her shackles and claim her kingdom. I think it's funny that we have the Five of Wands right here, because this is another card of illusion, right? No one in the Five of Wands is actually fighting. They're just posturing. They're all standing around posing, right? This is about, what are you talking about? I don't know. What are you talking about? But no one's doing anything, right? This is interrupted inspiration. This is withheld vision. This is keeping your passion suspended, right? Which we've all done. We've all done this through our entire retrograde season. Necessarily with this lockdown, we have been restricted. We have all been restricted, all of us. And those restrictions are exactly what we make of it. And our reaction is exactly what we make of it. So we have an opportunity now to complete this cycle of bondage, right? To claim our freedom. We know how to do it. We have the power to do it. We know what we're stepping into. We know how to balance it. And we know that all of our structures, all of our learning is creating for us a victory, 100%. Let's see what kind of oracle we get here. I have a feeling this one's going to be important today. Building blocks. All right. Let's see what it has to say. Number 28, which is an 11. That's beautiful. Okay, strong foundations, a beautiful work in progress. Again, you have everything you need to cultivate an extraordinary life. This is a time when your focus needs to be on the foundations you build upon. Your work, your relationships, and your very being are underwritten by your values, ethics, morals, and core beliefs. Are they still true for you? Will they stand the test of time and serve as the solid grounding upon which you construct your life? Now you are making changes that affect everything in a positive way. Your destiny is a truly remarkable and beautiful design. Well, that seems to be the message here, that all of the work you've done, it's now time to put away all of the doubt, all of the fear, all of the worry, all of the illusion. You're assured victory. You are assured victory. Let all of your posturing, let all of your stubbornness, let all of your grudges, let all of your clinging to the past go. Remember that you are the only person keeping you hostage. You're the only person preventing your happiness. Your stubbornness is preventing your happiness, keeping you from victory. Cut away all your other options and step in because you earned it, right? Jupiter wants to give it to you. Let him. I will do a week wrap up for tomorrow, but I definitely wanted to get this Jupiter retrograde reading done. I was hearing loudly that it needed to be done, and I'm glad I did. So have a beautiful day. Happy Jupiter direct, and blessings.